Hi, this is Cherie with Rehash Fiber. Today we are going to talk about English paddle combs. Well, when I wanted combs, I wanted to go big and good and get one set of combs that I knew would work for as long as I do this. All right, so the English paddle combs, they are big, they are heavy, they are expensive, but do you see this? There are 4 tiers of tines. I can use this for any fiber, including fine fiber, which I haven't worked too much with fine fiber yet, but it's always good to be ready. I found these on Facebook, a fiber and equipment group that sells various items, so just do your research there. And I bought them from a lady there. What you need is something to clamp it to. So I got these clamps at Ace Hardware. They hold this very firm to this desk. I've got my stable base, my 2 combs, some dizzes. They sent this diz with it, a shell with a hole in it, perfect. And off we can go, we can paddle. I have some wonderful fiber. You've seen this in other episodes. This is a brown Cormo, dark brown, beautiful chocolate Cormo that my friends brought home to me from SAF, the Southeastern Animal Fiber Fair. And it's been wonderful. It's been washed a couple of times, so it's very soft, hardly any lanolin. And yesterday I started working with it on these English combs, and it was to die for. The first strand that I dizzed through was like caramel, and I couldn't even go any further. I had to jump over on the e-spinner and spin that up, because you know that feeling, right? It feels so good, like I gotta see how this works. So anyway, I'm just gonna show you how these work. Okay, you can see the setup really good here. It comes with a nice base, this one does. It's got the holes here, so when I put it through these columns, I can stick this pin in and it will stabilize. And you can just see how thick and strong these tines are in the 4 tiers. It's perfect. So yesterday when I was working on these, I was really putting a lot of pressure on them, and they were holding up really well. Okay, so the first thing you need to do, it's called lash on, L-A-S-H. When I first heard it, I was like, is that latch or lash? It's lash. Or another word would be load your comb. So the cut end should go over this. However, mine got so mushed together, sometimes I can't tell. That's okay. All right, so we're just gonna load it up. This is the brown Cormo with the really cute little light brown tips, which I love. I was gonna try to do something creative with that, and my schedule just does not permit. I don't know. So I'm just going to comb it all and spin it and then do something with it. When you're brand new at doing this, just put on a little bit just to get the feel of everything. Then once you get a little bit more experience at it, even just the very next time, then you can add more. It's just really fun. Because look at how clumpy it is, and once you start combing it, turns into beautiful, beautiful organized fiber. Okay, another key is wear a leg protection or have a canvas, something or other, an apron or something to go over your legs. Because I wear jeans and then I just make sure my legs are out of the way. Because you don't want these combs coming down on it at all. All right, so you can see here we're pretty well loaded up. Now what we're gonna do is now we're gonna turn it 90 degrees, stick it back in, get that pin in secure so it doesn't wobble too much. Okay, now I purposely sit this way because I want to use my left hand, which I'm a right-handed person, but because this right hand does all the knitting and the crocheting work, it just needs a break. So I want to get stronger with my left hand. I let it do most of the work. Kind of have my legs spread out so that when this comes down, it is not going to hit my leg. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take some passes at the outer part, just kind of work our way in. This is very relaxed, very do not worry about anything. When I first was taught, I was told make 2 passes. Well, you know what I find out? It just depends on the fiber, depends on what you're doing, and how you like it after 2 passes. This is not even going to work with 2 passes. It's going to be more. But what happens is just get in the zone. You know, we talk about playing with fiber. This is completely playing with fiber. Just get it to where you like it. Now, the second step would be going back. And supposedly, you're supposed to be able to pass your fiber back and forth. What I found out yesterday working with this fiber is it didn't pass. It just got combed out. So I continued to play with it and do what I needed to do with it. And that's what you can do too. Just don't worry. Just have fun. Yesterday I listened to some great music and just did this for a while and had a lot of enjoyment. You see, it's not even coming off. Doesn't matter. I'm going to help it. We're going to hook this on again. You get the idea. I'm just going to go back and forth until it's the way I like it, and then we're going to diz it off. Okay, I've made more than 2 passes. I just kind of kept going back and forth a little bit until I got it. All right, we're going to just keep combing off this one. You see how fluffy it's getting. So fabulous. I'm not getting too much more off there. Okay, we're going to leave it at that for a moment. Now let's see if we can get a little more. All right, we're going to leave it at that because no more is coming off. That's all right. I'm going to take this one off. All right, I'm going to stick this one back in there and secure it. All right, now is the fun part. Let's diz it up. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. You see how there was a couple little nubs in here? I don't care. I'm a very relaxed spinner, and I don't mind if things have these if the fiber has these natural things in it. If you want to spend more time and get it perfect, that is great. All right, if you've never dizzed before, you just start a little bit through the hole. You can use anything that has a hole, a button with a big hole, a key that has holes in it, anything. You start pulling it through. So here it's going to kind of like stretch a little bit and pull. This is going to make your combed top roving so fun. So you can feel how caramely smooth it is. So much fun. You just keep on pulling. We're going to continue with this and work our way across. Okay, see, we got most of it off. I'm pulling as much as I can. You stop when you want to, because if you start to pull some more of the slubs and stuff, you don't want that. But like, I'm trying to milk it for all I can get. I love it. It feels so soft and good. Okay, so now we have this lovely snake, or this lovely roving of fiber. And I'm just gonna roll it up. They call it a nest. We're gonna roll it up into a nest. Some people say you must spin with it right away. Well, my life does not permit. So I will spin it whenever I can, and I do believe it's gonna be just fine. I've never run into a problem where it gets destroyed sitting for just a little bit. But you do what makes you feel comfortable. There's a little bit of VM there, no biggie. I can get it now or I can get it later. Oh, but this is so soft. So beautiful, see? I'm drawn to go spin it right now. It's making me crazy. All right, there you go. Got a beautiful soft nest ready to be spun. I got my little nest collection box and off we go. We're gonna comb some more. There is a little bit of waste here. Sometimes there's more than that, but you saw I was pulling off as much as I possibly could. With this waste, you have a choice. You can throw it away. It just depends on what it is. This right here, there's not too much good left, so I may just throw it away. But I'm gonna tell you, sometimes there's a lot left and I don't wanna throw it away because I feel like there may be something else I can do with this. So that's your choice. All right, that's pretty cool, isn't it? If you like this programming, would like to help support it, I would like to invite you to become a Patreon member for as little as $2 a month. It helps keep all of this going and it's really appreciated. I truly want to share this fiber world with you and that helps a lot. So in the next couple of episodes, I'm going to start talking about some really cool things I'm going to be doing with Patreon members. But right now, if you go to the link in the description, it will take you directly to the Patreon account. All right. Happy combing, happy dizzing, and thanks for watching.